Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we continue to appreciate flowers. Today's protagonist is the climbing roses that many flower lovers love the most. They are graceful and have amazing flowers and are the most romantic group in the garden. Compared with shrub roses, climbing roses are more suitable for flower stands, arches or climbing walls. They can not only create a three-dimensional landscape, but also create an atmosphere that seems like being in a fairy tale. In this video, I will take you to appreciate several early spring climbing roses that are blooming in my garden. The first variety I want to show you is this very classic climbing rose, New Dawn. It can be said to be the founder of climbing roses. It was discovered in 1930 and is one of the first varieties in history to be officially classified as climbing rose. Even today, it is still widely planted by gardening enthusiasts all over the world, and it is quite stable, durable and easy to grow. The flowers of New Dawn are gentle light pink with a little silver tone. And the color is very soft and elegant. Its flower shape is semi-double, and when it blooms, it stretches its petals slightly shyly. It will not be too ostentatious, but it has a very durable temperament. Although its fragrance is not particularly strong, it is natural and fresh. Sometimes you can smell a faint fruity fragrance when you get close. One of the advantages of this variety is that it has strong disease resistance, especially good resistance to black spot and powdery mildew, which is very suitable for beginners. Moreover, it has good germination and flowering ability. It can bloom one after another during the flowering period. Not only does it have a large amount of flowers in spring, but it also has continuous performance in summer and autumn. Its branches are flexible and easy to guide, and can easily climb on fences or flower racks to create a soft sense of lines. New Dawn likes sunlight very much. Sufficient sunlight can ensure its strong growth and abundant flowers. The information says that she needs at least 6 hours of direct sunlight every day, especially before and after the flowering period. The more sunlight, the more it blooms. My New Dawn is a 1-quart cutting seedling planted in September 2023. I planted it on the east side of the house, where it can be exposed to the sun from morning to noon. In a year and a half, his branches have covered a not-so-small flower wall, and new shoots are constantly emerging. Judging from its growth, the light is enough. Coupled with sufficient water and fertilizer, he will grow wildly. It can be said that from the moment this seedling was planted, it has firmly proved its growth strength. If you are also looking for a climbing rose that is tough, beautiful, easy to care for, and has a historical background, New Dawn is really worth considering. The second variety to be introduced is Red Eden. It was bred by the famous French breeding company Mayland in 1995. Once it was released, it became the red climbing rose in the dreams of countless flower lovers because of its stunning crimson color and retro rose temperament. Red Eden has a very full flower shape, a standard double cup-shaped flower. Each flower can have up to 60 to 100 petals, and when the flower is fully bloomed, it almost looks like a three-dimensional sculptured ruby. Its color is a strong crimson with a slight dark wine red tone. It looks like a gorgeous velvet red in the sun, and has a retro and elegant feeling on cloudy days or in the evening. The flower diameter is more than 10 centimeters, which belongs to the category with a very strong visual impact. Compared with Eden, Red Eden has thicker branches and a more upright plant shape. Its branches are not particularly soft, so you need to be more careful when pulling it and plan the growth direction in advance. But the good news is that its pedicels are strong and the flower heads do not droop, so it can maintain the overall dignified and atmospheric shape even when it is fully bloomed. The fragrance of Red Eden is of medium intensity, with a light classical rose note, and some people think it has a little berry note. In short, it is an elegant, retro, and not sweet fragrance. Red Eden's flowers open slowly, and they can maintain the best viewing state for a long time even under high temperature and strong light. For the same reason, the flowers are easy to not open and rot in low temperature, humid or dewy environments. Therefore, this is a variety suitable for hot and dry climates. And it is not recommended to plant it in cool and rainy areas. My Red Eden is a 3-gallon potted seedling planted in the spring of 2024, bought from our local nursery. The planting location is also the east wall of the house. In a year, her size has more than tripled since she was bought, and I am very satisfied with both her growth and flowering ability. I look forward to it growing into a rich and gorgeous red flower wall as soon as possible. The third one to appear is the elegant and charming Pretty in Pink Eden, which is a bud mutation of Eden. This bud mutation was first discovered by Reggie Joe Tomerlin in the United States in 2002. Unlike the gentle light pink of Eden, Pretty in Pink Eden has a richer and deeper rose pink tone. Each flower looks like it has been carefully dressed up, romantic and passionate, and very eye-catching. The flower shape is still the iconic super double deep cup shape of the Eden family, with layers of overlapping and a strong three-dimensional sense. It looks like a sculpture when it blooms. The flower diameter is usually about 10 centimeters, and the number of petals can reach more than 70. Even when it is in bud, its buds are very full, like a slightly glowing flower ball. Pretty in Pink Eden has strong branches and a tall and upright plant shape. It can easily climb to more than 2.5 meters, making it an ideal flower wall variety. Its flowering habits are similar to those of Pink Eden, with the most concentrated and gorgeous spring flowers, followed by a slight dormancy in summer. After a certain number of years of planting, there will be a surprising return of flowers in autumn. In terms of fragrance, Pretty in Pink Eden has a light and elegant fragrance, not as strong as Red Eden. But you can smell a delicate fusion of floral and fruity fragrances when you get close. From the perspective of planting experience, Pretty in Pink Eden has medium to high disease resistance and has certain requirements for light. It is recommended to plant it in a location with at least 6 hours of sunlight throughout the day. With good ventilation and fertilizer and water management, it can grow healthily and continue to bloom. This Pretty in Pink Eden is a 1-gallon cutting seedling planted by me in the fall of 2023. Facing south, after a year and a half of growth, it has now grown 2 main branches more than 2 meters long and many side branches. I coiled it into a style when I cut it last winter. Unfortunately, she was nibbled by a deer once this spring, and the new buds were basically nibbled away at that time, so the amount of flowers now is discounted a lot. I look forward to her continuing to work hard to grow and bloom well. The fourth variety to be introduced is a climbing rose known as the most fragrant Austin, Gertrude Jekyll. It is a classic variety launched by David Austin in 1986. Named after and paying tribute to Gertrude Jekyll, a pioneer of British gardening design. Gertrude Jekyll has always been considered one of the most fragrant and elegant representatives of Austin roses. And it is still the fragrance representative in the hearts of countless flower lovers. Its flower color is a very saturated bright rose pink, with a cool tone and a noble atmosphere in its richness. The flower shape is a classic double cup shape, with stretched outer petals and tight inner petals. When it blooms, it looks like a perfectly symmetrical rose cup. The biggest highlight of this rose is its fragrance. It is an extremely rich traditional rose fragrance with a distinct Damascus rose tone. One flower can fill the entire area with fragrance. Every time you get close to it, it feels like walking into a classic perfume bottle, which makes people intoxicated. Gertrude Jekyll is also very strong in growth. It has two versions, shrub rose and climbing rose, which can be bought on the David Austin official website. My one is a climbing rose. It is said that the branches can easily grow to more than 3 meters, which is a good material for flower walls, columns or arches. My Gertrude Jekyll is a bare root seedling planted in the spring of 2024. The planting direction is the west side of the house, and the light conditions are not very good. In addition, there are many large trees around my house, which makes the originally insufficient light even more discounted. Planting it on the west side of the house is a decision I made after doing homework on the Austin official website and believing that it has the ability to tolerate semi-shade. After planting for a year, I feel that it does have shade tolerance. It can still bloom under short light conditions, and the amount of flowers is guaranteed. But insufficient light will slow down its growth, and it will basically not grow much in a year. In fact, Gertrude Jekyll has a very strong growth ability. I have seen Gertrude Jekyll in a good planting position in my friend's house. In 2 years, it has grown into a very impressive flower wall. Therefore, if you want to grow this variety, it is recommended that you plant it in a location with better sunlight conditions, and it will perform very well. The fifth variety to be introduced is James Galway, a vine Austin rose with a gentle appearance and gorgeous temperament. This rose was bred by David Austin in 2000 and named after the famous Irish flutist Sir James Galway. It combines elegant flower shape, romantic color and strong growth. The flower color of James Galway will show delicate changes under different light, temperature and flowering stage. In addition to the common gentle rose pink to silver white light pink gradient, sometimes the center of the flower or the back of the petals will also have a touch of salmon pink, especially in seasons with strong sunlight or large temperature differences. The whole flower looks rich in layers, like soft light-hitting silk, humble but noble. Its flower shape is very full, typical Austin double cup-shaped flowers, each with a diameter of 8 to 10 centimeters. The edges of the petals have romantic wavy edges, which are very unique. Its fragrance is also very pleasing, belonging to the medium-intensity old rose fragrance, with a light fruity scent. Smelling fresh and elegant, not too strong. As a climbing rose with strong growth, James Galway can easily grow to 2.5 meters or even higher, with thick branches and dark green and shiny leaves. It has very good branching and flowering. It is often explosive in the first wave of flowers in spring, and has good re-flowering ability afterwards. Its branches are slightly elastic, which is easy to pull and organize, and is very suitable for landscaping design of arches, walls, and flower racks. My James Galway was also planted bare root in the spring of 2024. Because the planting location is under a big tree and there is a consideration of nutrient competition between the roots, I planted it in a large flower pot. And the planting direction is also on the west side of the house. I personally think that her planting conditions are not as good as Gertrude Jekyll, but her growth performance is much better than Gertrude Jekyll. Last fall, a strong branch more than 2 meters long grew. When I pruned it in winter, I pulled it horizontally in an S shape. And this spring I had this small flower wall. Each bud on the branch has a side branch, and one branch has multiple heads, with 5 to 6 flower bags, and the amount of flowers is amazing. If you want to plant a climbing Austin rose that is both romantic and easy to grow, James Galway will not disappoint you. The last one to be introduced is the Austin climbing rose, the generous gardener, which is as elegant as morning dew. This rose was bred by David Austin in 2002 and is named in honor of the National Gardens Scheme of the United Kingdom. The name, the Generous Gardener, not only pays tribute to the guardian of the garden, but also perfectly reflects the gentle and generous nature of this rose, which blooms continuously. The color of the generous gardener is extremely gentle and elegant light pink. When the flower just blooms, it almost presents a creamy white with a slightly pink center. As the flower matures, the pink will gradually show a soft halo like the morning light. Its flower shape is a graceful cup or shallow saucer shape, and the double petals unfold layer by layer, pure and poetic. Its fragrance is a complex fragrance that is a mixture of old rose, musk and a hint of lemon, fresh and delicate. Many sources say that the generous gardener is very strong and can easily climb to more than 3 meters. It has excellent branching and is very suitable for arches, fences or wall landscaping. Its branches are relatively soft and easy to guide, and it is also suitable for semi-hanging romantic flower designs. The generous gardener was also planted bare root in the spring of 2024. It was planted in the worst position in my entire garden, the northwest corner, under a big tree, with basically no direct sunlight, and it was still a potted plant. The reason for planting it here is also based on the description on the official website that it has the ability to tolerate semi-shade. After planting it for a year, I feel that her performance is really good, although it does not grow fast and the amount of flowers is not large. I am very satisfied that she can survive in such a bad environment and bloom in spring and autumn. I didn't expect her to perform too much in this environment, but she proved in her own way that true generosity is not to be extravagant, but to be willing to bloom gently in the most inconspicuous corner. This restrained and firm vitality is what touches me most about her. If I find a better location in the future, I might plant another one and let it show its beauty in the sun. These climbing roses, from the new dawn that grows vigorously in the sun, to the strong and passionate red Eden, to the elegant and profound pretty and pink Eden, from the fragrant, classical and noble Gertrude Jekyll, to the soft and strong James Galway, and finally to the generous gardener that blooms quietly under the shade of the tree, each one has its own unique personality and charm. If you are also considering adding one or more new members with different personalities to your garden, then these climbing roses may be a good choice. Well, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Next, I will continue to show you other rose varieties. Later, I will make a detailed variety introduction video for each rose that appears in this video, so stay tuned. If you like my content, please subscribe, like, comment and forward. See you next time.